Ukraine's defense against the Russian invasion is not a NATO defense, not yet, but increasingly, day by day, leading NATO members are stepping in to arm Ukraine more and more and making no secret of it. The US inevitably is leading that charge. Its Javelin and Stinger missiles have found lethal success against Russian aircraft. Germany, after some hesitation, has said it will send tanks into Ukraine. Britain is stepping in with anti-ship missiles, drones and radar equipment. From Britain, the new military aid worth about $375 million is relatively modest, but Britain has been looking to amplify that aid politically and make much of it. Prime Minister Boris Johnson announced that aid in an address to the Ukrainian parliament after visiting Kiev earlier, the first Western leader to do so. Several British fighters are reported to be active in Ukraine. One was killed in fighting last week, another was captured. Russia has published a list of 100 British people it describes as mercenaries that it says are actively fighting in Ukraine. Foreign Secretary Liz Truss had said earlier that British should go out and fight in Ukraine, and she encouraged this quite openly and actively. She later backtracked from that position. Now, the official British stand is against any such adventures into Ukraine, and it has said that anyone who goes and fights in Ukraine can face prosecution on return. Boris Johnson is no doubt using this crisis to seek some domestic political gains for himself, to deflect attention away from Partygate and to project himself as a great British leader in the old Churchillian mode. He is, of course, a biographer of Churchill and no doubt sees in this the potential for a Churchillian moment for himself. The rhetoric outstrips the reality, but for the British that is not unusual. The British do pride themselves on punching above their weight. This war is turning more and more into a proxy confrontation between NATO and Russia, stopping just short of a direct face-off on the ground and in the air. And now with Finland set to join NATO, and Finland has a 1,300-kilometer border with Russia, fears are rising that the confrontation could spread well beyond Europe, were US troops to position themselves in Finland, facing Russians across that very large border. Europe's days of peace seem now a distant past, and no one is certain when that peace will return again.